Alright guys, welcome to the video. It's been a while since I've made one, but I figured, with the new update here with the Thieves Guild, I wanted to give this a try. And so I figured we could check it out. I upgraded my tome already, so I bought the premium tome. So we have that all set. Looks like a lot of the challenges, or at least most of them, are based on the new content, which is pretty cool. So we'll be checking out the new content and knocking out some of these in the same at the same time, so that's going to be nice. Um, yeah, so I just did my other stuff. I filled my traders. I did a lot of the boring stuff off camera, and I'm not going to do the I'm not going to do my writs or anything like that today. I'm just going to skip it so we can get right to this. So I was looking for this location before we actually got the update, and it was in the Glenumbra um, Thieves Guild layer, and it wasn't down there, and I figured that it's because it was coming with the update, so I kind of already know where the area is. And one of the things I'm really focusing on too, looks like we sold something. Oh no, we got a bunch of items that expired, so I'll have to take these and repost those later. Of course, I just cut myself off with my train of thought. Oh, one of the things I was doing was I was going through the achievements here, and that's what had me like looking for this stuff before it actually came out, because the achievements had already been there. Um, we had gotten a lot of the achievements done, killing the various different types of enemies in the world on seasons difficulty or higher. And I think we did the this one right here. It is as the scrolls foretold challenge, where you had to beat all the different incursion types on the Vistage difficulty. The only one I had left was the dynamic encounter, and I couldn't do that because it wasn't out yet. But now we have the dynamic encounters, so we're gonna see if we can run into one of those at some point too. But let's see what this dude wants.
Happened to spot a certain thief scamper up the wall behind me to escape that lion guard captain. Of course you did. A skeever can always sniff out another skeever. If you're in the business of risk and reward, I've got a proposition for you.
Ages ago. But apparently,
Yep,
I
skeever.
don't have that.
As in a
You know,
sharp cutter
once we
with a
got away
nose
from
for
that kind of
opportunity.
food, but that was one
That
of the
thief
reasons they
is
called.
Quen.
Well,
And what I'm gonna do real quick too, because I have
That's it.
leave the area chat so we can actually hear this.
Happened to spot
Usually
a
I'm in
certain
it so I
thief
can talk
scamper
with
up the
people,
wall
but
behind me to escape that lion guard captain. Of course you did.
I already read that.
Skeever. As in a sharp cutter with a nose for opportunity. That thief was Quen.
Which I remember
She
Quen.
needs help with a caper. Preferably from a stranger in town. Someone not concerned about breaking a few of the king's laws. You interested? First, throw that lion guard off Quen's trail. Then go talk to her about the caper. It involves a rare and valuable item in a rich lord's estate. Naturally, you'll get a cut. But she plans to use it to form the local gangs into a new thieves guild.
Interesting that they want to create a thieves guild in Glenumbra. I wonder if it's going to elaborate on why that is, versus it being in Hughes Bane.
One step at a time. Get rid of Captain Sansone over there. Tell him you saw the thief he was chasing head out of town. Then go meet up with Quen at the Rosy Lion Inn. Tell her Nevo sent you, and she'll fill you in on what comes next.
Some of these responses are kind of funny, but we don't need to. That's just bloated dialogue that we don't really need to get into. Okay, so the Codex Caper, we're gonna make that. And and that's definitely right here too in the achievements, recent seasons. Let's see, it's under right here under the quests, right? Right here. Complete the Codex Caper, so it looks like we're gonna get probably a bunch of these for doing the quests.
You there? Did you see a dark-haired high elf woman run by? She's a dangerous fugitive and must be apprehended. I'm tracking Quenith, a thief from Abba's Landing, also goes by the name of Quen. King Casimir issued a royal warrant for her arrest, for crimes against the kingdom and the Covenant. That's enough for me. Quickly now, which way did she go?
Interesting, because so I played through this game as honestly as I could. You know, at least my first playthrough. I've sadly gone through the whole game twice for the most part with a second character, all the story modes and everything. But the very first story playthrough, I tried to, you know, make like the decisions that I would make and be like an honest person. But now it's almost like, you know, my characters, you know, I have the Daggerfall Covenant. I'm like emblazed in all of the Daggerfall Covenant armor and stuff like that. So part of me doesn't want to lie to a fellow guard, right? If I'm like role playing this thing, but at the same time, like I'm also cool with Quen too, right? So like, you know, so I could just straight rat out the city gate. She was heading for the road to Camlorn, or I could be sarcastic and say that I, you know, or give like a, I guess, an unfavorable response and say I saw her kick a kitten and push over an old woman on the way to the docks. You must stop her. And then this is either you could, what's it? Quen, you say? Oh, her. She turned into a blue chicken who flew off in that direction. So I see the thing. Is that a positive interaction? Because it sounds like I'm being kind of funny sarcastic in this one, where I'm just being straight sarcastic here. It seems like. Well, here it's like I'm being funny sarcastic, or I could just straight rat her out. I really don't like any of these responses, honestly, unless I'm just misinterpreting it, which I definitely could be. I might be misinterpreting the emotion behind these, but you know, I don't really like any of these. I'm definitely not going to straight rat her out, though. That's definitely. It says Quen, you say, oh, her. She turned into a blue chicken and flew off in that direction. Now, this sounds like I'm just being funny sarcastic or whatever. But that gains positive rapport, right? Based on the icon? Putting way more thought into this than I need to, but I almost feel like this is my response. Like, I always thought this is how they were going to interpret what you say. You know, negative. This could, you know, would be interpreted negative by him, and this is, you know, would be, you know, interpreted funny by him or whatever. But I almost don't feel like that. I feel like this is how I'm saying it to him. So I'm saying something like, I'm saying that I'm upset that I saw her kick, you know, theoretically or whatever. I saw her kick a kitten and push over an old woman. You must stop her. And that would make him upset and then go after her. Or I could say this, where I'm like, I'm being funny, but then I don't know how he's going to take it. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. But I'm going to say this because clearly I'm not cooperating.
Don't waste my time.
Yeah, that's what it was.
This is no joking matter. She must have headed for the city gate. Quen knows I'm after her. She'll flee Daggerfall by the quickest route to avoid my justice. Out of the way.
So yeah, so the way they interpret it, isn't that backwards from the way they interpreted it prior? Because that definitely like was my response to him, and even though like what I thought used to be positive rapport, it seems like that's not, you know, how it was taken. You know, he took it negatively, but I was saying something funny on my part. You know, it was the icon image that they showed was my usage of expression rather than how he was going to interpret it, and I feel like that's different than in the past. But anyways,
Can't be far. I'll
now that
do
we
it.
overanalyzed that to death, We're going to the Rosy Line, and we got rid of the guard like we were supposed to.
I understand you helped authorities crack down on the Bandai. Very much appreciated.
If your information's correct, we have to move quickly.
Yep, here she is.
I agree. The leaders of the three gangs need to see some results, or this guild idea of yours will be finished before it starts.
Now this is a surprise. What in the world are you doing in Daggerfall? I have so much to tell you, which should probably wait since I'm a little busy at the moment, but I definitely want to catch up later.
What I think is funny is like she's saying, what in the world are you doing in Daggerfall? No, what in the world are you doing in Daggerfall, Quinn? Because this is where we be at, okay? This is where we stay at. You're usually in Hughes Bane, you know. What are you doing here? You know. I sent them on a wild war chase because they had to make it, tie it into the Elder Scrolls instead of a wild goose chase.
You got rid of the captain? Impressive. And Nevo
Somebody in the comments is saying, oh, okay, Captain Obvious.
Here just told me our Mark plans to sell the object of our attention, so we need to move fast. How do you feel about breaking into Everia's estate? A rather old book, the Codex Vornet. It's said to hold the secret of Sage Vornet's legendary repository, the Nowhere Vault. Lord Everi recently acquired the tome and keeps it locked in his strong room. I want to get my hands on that book.
I may be wrong because I've consumed so much ESO content lately online with upcoming news and things like that, and obviously the negative stuff that we heard, but didn't I hear that the Nowhere Vault is like the new... She referred to it as a place within that mayor that she wants us to go to, but then isn't the Nowhere Vault also like the name of the new trial that's coming out? Or am I just getting information confused? Anyways.
Can't get the one without the other. But it's not for me. It's unite the thieves of Daggerfall. They've been forced together by the threat of a powerful cartel. But bickering and distrust holds them back. The Nowhere Vault can change that.
Alright, so she alluded a little bit of new information. So there's a new threat. So they're uniting the thieves of Daggerfall because there's a new threat to the actual Thieves Guild and Hughes Bane. Huh.
Go upstairs and retrieve the estate map left for me in a jewelry box. I'd go myself, but someone rented the room. And thanks to Sansone, the less attention I draw right now, the better. Then meet me at Everi Estate, on the north side of the city. Basil sent word to the Thieves Guild in a bar's landing, looking for advice on how to form a guild here in Glenumbra. I was dispatched to help the three Daggerfall gangs set aside their differences and work together. So far, it's not going that well. Since the rise of the Coldane cartel, definitely. Part mercantile guild, part criminal syndicate, they're intent on crushing smaller gangs. If we can't help Daggerfall's thieves stand together, I fear they'll fall to the cartel.
There's that Coldane cartel. That's the name of the new motif armor, like costume armor that you can put on. So I guess that explains what that is now. They're part mercantile guild, part criminal syndicate. And they're intent on crushing smaller gangs. If we can help Daggerfall's thieves stand together. Alright, so I guess that's why we're uniting a chapter here in Daggerfall.
The bar's landing could use allies in High Rock. When our people need to lay low, they could hide here. When we have goods too well known to fence back home, we could sell them here. Naturally, we'd do the same for Daggerfall's thieves. It's a win-win. That's a good question. The Lion Guard generally leaves thieves like me to the city guards, but Captain Sansone is relentless.
Well, that explains why I put a warrant out.
For my arrest, for crimes against the realm.
Alright, we've heard enough of that. Alright, that gives us the back. Normally, I don't usually go through the extended dialogue. Oh, that's right. She told me I gotta go upstairs. I'm so good at following directions. I gotta go upstairs and get that map. But I feel like because there's such a lack of context, I needed to actually read that to understand fully what the hell's going on. Oh, it's one of these, huh? Just gonna screenshot that because sometimes I have trouble finding this stuff. I'm so scatterbrained too. Did they? Am I bugging here? Let me look at something here for a second. I might be bugging, but this isn't where the achievement furniture was here in Glenumbra. Did they move the achievement furniture over to here? From here, where they put him?
Good luck, stranger.
No, because the door's right here. Maybe that is where it's always been. I don't know why it seems like this achievement furniture is in a different location. I don't remember it being there before, but it has been a while since I've been here to Glenumbra.
Good luck at the estate. Sage Vornet's Codex could lead to riches beyond imagining. Not just wealth, but knowledge, magic, power. Pulling off such a heist is just the thing to get our three disparate gangs to realize the value of working together. I've always been fascinated with the stories about Sage Vornet. He's a true Breton hero. I became particularly intrigued with the tales of his vault, and the book that described its secrets and how to access them. The Codex Vornet. Lord de Very collects rare Breton manuscripts and other items of historical importance. He acquired the Codex and offered it for sale. I made a bid, but he rescinded the offer. Then I learned he plans to sell it to someone else this very day. There are tales of people who claim they found the Nowhere Vault. Proof is sadly lacking, however. I suspect the Codex's clues are too obtuse for casual treasure hunters or collectors like Lord de Very. We'll know more once you and Quen acquire it.
Yeah, it's true though, man. Every time there's some new thing that undiscovered that we got to go get, and every time we find it, there's always another thing that's, this item that is everybody wants all of a sudden. So I guess, there's always one more treasure to go get, right?
Over here. This is the spot.
Oh, this is the manor too.
You got the map? It's amazing what a few coins slipped to the right servant can buy. Let's have a look. Oh,
Damn, the servant sold them
that's
out
the
like
way
that.
in. And hopefully the first
That's
step
wild.
in bringing Daggerfall's gangs together as a proper thieves guild.
Damn, that's diabolical that the servants slipped her the keys for the very manor that the servant works in to steal from. That's wild, man. That's like somebody taking your freaking your if you have a maid and your maid slips a thief the keys to your house so they could steal something when you're not home. That's wild.
Celine Menant controls House Menant. Her people are burglars and swindlers. Edwayne's street hawks consist of footpads and pickpockets working the streets of Daggerfall, while Abrasia's roadsworn conduct highway robberies of caravans and travellers. That's still an open question. Basil, who ran House Menant before turning it over to his daughter, petitioned my guild for assistance. The three gangs are trying to resist the more aggressive Caldane cartel, but the leaders don't get along. That's my plan in a nutshell. Now pick the lock while I keep watch. Then we sneak to the larder door on the south corner of the house and slip inside. Lord Very keeps his rarest tomes in the house's strong room. That's where we'll find the Codex. Don't forget the part where we slip away with no one the wiser. Avoid bloodshed and don't draw attention to yourself. I don't want the city guard or Captain Sensone looking to pin a murder on me when we're done here.
Alright, we're actually gonna put our companion away too. Not gonna be needed in this.
Good going. Now let's get in there. Meet you at the larder door. Just avoid the sentries. We don't want to kill anyone.
Why can't I see the white line? Normally you could see around them, like the radius, but oh, I guess we... Well, we're gonna follow this dude who's doing the same mission. This may be good for us, he might sell us too. Yeah, we're going in here too. Is he gonna walk down? He's waiting for me to go too to see if I mess up. Oh, he jumped out. That was a bad mistake, bro. So now we know that's it. Once he doubles back again, we have to move. We don't have a choice. Oh, no, he's actually got the right idea. And we're in.
Who locks a selling store anyway? Never mind.
And we're not sitting there. We're not waiting any longer than we need to right there. Have somebody just wandering up. I've had that happen before. Being lackadaisical and freaking guard wanders up on you.
Servants in sight. Time to... Wait! Get down!
Preachit says the Major Domo has one key to the strong room. The other's in Iveri's nightstand.
I'll get it. His room's in the North Hall, right? Any valuables I pass along the way?
We don't put our non-combat pet away too.
Whatever. Preachit
Oops.
says what's in the strong room is all that matters.
Alright,
So
now we
let's
can
get that
see.
key.
Coldane Cartel. I wasn't expecting to find the Coldane Cartel prowling the estate. Oh, Basil said Lord Iveri had a new buyer. But I
Yeah,
didn't
clearly
know
we're not the
these
only ones after
weapons.
this thing.
I can't believe they're after the Codex too. One and the same. They claim to be a mercantile guild, but they're just violent thugs bent on dominating High Rock's criminal underworld. The thieves we're helping are the only ones still willing to stand up to the cartel. Doesn't matter. They're after the keys to the strong room. We need to get them first. I'll find the Major Domo's key. You get the one in the Lord's bedchamber. We'll meet at the strong room, which the map indicates is upstairs by the banquet hall.
I could just straight up ask, are we still trying to avoid a fight? And then I can just go in like Rambo if I want. Or I can respond in a positive way. Say, I love your nonviolent approach, but I'd love it even more if you'd let me do it my way. She clearly doesn't want us to be... If these cartel thugs are as bad as you say, let's just kill any of them that get in our way. I mean, this is how I feel. But it's clearly going to rub her the wrong way. Or it could potentially. Because of how I'm meaning it. Why does she, these people are as bad. Yeah, they're as bad as you say. What, I guess, well, I guess murder is wrong, right? No matter what. even if we feel like the person deserves it. Just gonna do this.
Careful, you shouldn't go dropping the L word into casual conversation. Could give a person the wrong idea. I'd like to avoid a fight if at all possible. Still, if worse comes to worst, do what you need to do. Get the key from the bedchamber, then meet me by the banquet hall upstairs.
If I remember, it's in the back left-hand corner of this room. Bro, she just ran. Oh, wow, this is... I thought I heard something. This is pretty extensive, actually. I wonder if I should just ran afoul of her ass when she was... she went and took off. We're going to try to do this cleanly. We'll see how it works out. Okay, back staying turn. Alright, so we're in this. It's honestly not that bad so far. Let's get in here for a second. Got another servant cleaning the floor, and it looks like we only got this one battle mage to look out for. It looks like I got the second. What does that look like? House Menard type apparel. I wonder if that's the new style. It looks like the House Menard though, or whatever, with the yellow and black. This looks like our best chance here. Get in there, bro. Why are you not getting in? You can hide behind drapes now? It looks like from over here. That's okay. I gotta get down those stairs, it looks like. How am I gonna get by this maid? I wonder if she patrols at all. Alright, that guard's back's turned. Does she just go back to sweeping? Yeah. Good thing this ain't timed. So when that guard moves back to the other side of that room, that's when we're gonna make our move, and we're gonna hope that she's just got the awareness of a plum. Here we go. I'm going upstairs. I thought I was going downstairs. I don't see anywhere to really hide. I've never seen being able to hide behind drapes, so we're going to try that when we get over there. See how that works. Okay. Yeah, that's got to be new. I don't recall ever seeing that. Oh. Can hear for a second. I don't see any reason to hang around here.
Lord Iveri should have hired
Nothing to
better
steal from there. Getting here for a second. So far, so good. Hopefully, I didn't just jinx myself. I'm gonna knock on some wood. Oh. Oh, this is. Alright, I was thinking how this is it's just one guard and go, but now I see, now we're starting to get to the complexity of the guards moving. So now you gotta kind of really figure out what's the patrol pattern. That mate over there doesn't seem to be a threat. But we got somehow looks like get straight across according to the map. And probably bust a left, it looks like. Now are they rotating clockwise? No. So he from the fireplace over there. It looks like he goes from there back to the fireplace. So I think really this guy's the only guy that's the threat, the archer. I think he's just moving in a clockwise pattern. Oh, there's two of them. So archer's clockwise, and then he just follows suit. Oh, he goes back to there too. Okay. All right. So the coast is clear. I think once that dude goes and then that dude goes, I think that's when I want to make my move here. All right, I think now's when I want to go. I want to go here. Here. Then I believe and we want to make our move as soon as we see that guy go that way. Yep, now we're making our move. Curiosity's going to kill the cat. That's just another servant. We'll take that while we're in here. Damn, we still got to do some avoiding. I guess this is going to be a longer mission than I thought.
Mother Mara, I hope my husband knows what he's doing. Culdane's brutes are simply awful.
Okay, what do we got? So we got... She's got the wife walking around. She's going that way. I don't see anyone else. She coming back. I'm detected. Who did I not see? So I started to get detected, but I don't. Maybe it might have just said that because I was picking the lock, and sometimes it just automatically says that. All right. We gotta pick this lock before she comes. Now we gotta get back into this planter. Ooh, that was stupid close. Oh, and we don't need to go over there, so it was one of 3 spots. That was a dud. But the one behind the bed there was it. So now we just gotta sneak our ass out of here. So I'm assuming is everything in reverse. I like when they give you the quick outs, but I guess they're not going to here. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Oh, here she is.
Come on, it's this way. Two locks. Clever. Not as the Britons say. Voila. Look for the Codex and anything else that catches your eye. I want to make sure that's all we need.
It's over here. But I'm greedy, so I'm coming over here. There's a couple spots to look at. We'll check this one first.
That looks intriguing. Hang on to it so we can show Basil later.
Nope, that's not worth stealing. Nope. Nope. I wonder if this is the new one that we got. I did just claim the new... I just claimed the new one. The statuettes like that. I don't know if that one... Is that the new one that we just got? We got it. We got the Codex.
Great. That's everything. Let's talk. You found the Codex Warnet and an amulet? Oh. Prowler's Talisman. Name's engraved right on it. Not sure what this Prowler's Talisman does, but maybe Basil has some idea. I did find papers related to the Codex, though.
I found a letter. Fiery's bedroom. It mentioned an heirloom in the Daggerfall Bank. A key.
An heirloom that's a key. Interesting. And why is Lord Ivery keeping it in the bank instead of the strong room? Looking at the Codex, I can't read a word of it. I hope Basil can help us decipher it. Lord Ivery couldn't read a word of the Codex either. In the notes I found, he speculated that it's magically encrypted. He planned to ask the Mages Guild about some new research that might help decipher it. Time to go. Here, let me have the Codex. You did a good job staying out of sight, but those cartel thugs we saw could arrive at any moment. Let's take a different route out of the estate.
And by different route, you mean a quick route, right? That would be really nice.
The map shows a side passage leading from this room. We should be able to stay out of sight, but mind your step anyway. You may have noticed, Lord Ivery has several valuable pieces on display. Feel free to grab something on the way out. This way. I don't want those cartel thugs to find us here. Excellent. The passage should keep us hidden from...
I'll be damned if I'm going to give Coldane the Codex now.
From everything but the cartel.
Let's see what's going on.
Bro, they got awareness of a... Zero awareness.
Now, Lord Ivery, the cartel's here to protect you. No need
See if I can get a good view to see in there what's going on.
My estate is crawling with your thugs. Someone Someone stole a key from my major domo. We're finished here.
No one walks away from a deal with Gavin Cordain and lives.
They're about to execute him. Yep. Bam. He's dead.
The cartel's not playing around. Time for us to leave. Meet me at the Thieves' Den in the Daggerfall Outlaws Refuge.
Damn.
Oh, I can't leave this. But we need to go. Grab anything not bolted down and run for it before they catch us.
Exit the estate before the cartel finds you. Oh, so we're not done sneaking around now. This is probably where I'm going to sell. And now I'm timed, so I got 2 minutes, so you got to read these patrols fast. I can't tell if that person's standing, facing me, or away from me at the moment. Is that facing the wall? Doesn't look like it. Well, we better go over here for the moment. Can't see. Oh, that was close. That person doesn't seem to move. There's somebody there. I don't understand. There ain't no way I'm getting out of here. I got 45 seconds to get out of here. And I needed to grab that. We're going to try. Yep, I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Bridget said no Ethery survivors. Kill them all.
Gotcha, you snake! And I'll take those pretty trinkets too.
Oh, they got me. Escape confinement.
Perfect. We'll tell the city guards we found Lord Ethery's killer.
Yes, sir, Fan. They're tied up
Busted,
tight.
bro. I guess this is going to add a little extra layer to the story then.
Huh? What was that?
Oh, there's Basil. Come to bail me out.
One moment. Half of Daggerfall's looking for Quen. That should do it. Now, head to the Thieves' Den. Quen will want a full report.
This one won't tell anybody we were here.
Looks like I have to fight. Because, yeah, they're not moving, and that's the door out. So, yeah, I guess we're fighting here then. I really didn't want to fight, but... Oh, and we got to fight. We got to beat the Enforcer. Well, I didn't have buff food on because I didn't think we were going to do all this. Alright. Bro, I don't think you understand, bro. I've been through the plane meld. I've been through dragons and vampires and saber wolves. Or vampires, like... Like, you're cooked. You don't even stand a chance against me.
The cartel will see to that.
So do you understand how many zones I've ran through? Okay, so we don't have to creep around no more, which is
Was an
nice.
exit. Quen said Quen's waiting for you back at the Thieves' Den. You'll find it in the Outlaws' Refuge. If you don't know your way around Daggerfall, there's an entrance just outside the city's east gate. Quen asked me to watch the estate. Make sure you made a clean escape and misdirect any pursuit away from the Thieves' Den. You'll be happy to know you're halfway to Rivenspire already. What was all that racket inside? The cartel. Those thugs are nothing but trouble. How much you want to wager they're already blaming some bloody hunted housebreakers for the Lord's death? Get to the Thieves' Den and stay out of sight.
I wonder if that mission was set up so you failed, like the escape mission. They give you 2 minutes to get out of there, man. I wonder if they, I wonder if they set it up that way where you had the, where you fail on you know. Although, you know, at the same time, I'm not the greatest thief member neither. Like, I didn't use no invisibility potions or anything, and I probably could have to try to get through there, but I guess that made the journey a little bit more funner because we got to see, well, probably most people are going to see, and that's what happens when you do actually get captured. So here's a Daggerfall Outlaw Refuge. Hey, so far too, no quest bugs, man, which, you know, I gotta give Zoss credit, man. Like, for as big as the game is, there really is only like a couple story hitches where you can't complete stories due to bugs. But other than that, largely there's not that many bugs in the game, man.
The Codex Fournette.
There's a new heist board.
Inquiries would pay off.
All I see are pages covered in gibberish. What good is a book we can't read?
Edwayne's using his head for once. Old stories don't fill my coin purse. We need to take
Huh.
down the cartel.
I like how this,
I'm telling
how it
you,
looks.
this changes
Why does this feel,
everything.
it feels different though, man. Oh no, because we're up in this
Quen's
wing instead of down here.
accomplice is back.
Okay.
Might I have a word? I apologize for intruding back there. I'm sure you would have found your way out of that predicament without my assistance. Still, I was in position to lend a helping hand, so I did.
For you watching me.
A
Good thing he
simple
was.
precaution, you must understand.
The one time when somebody
As I only
watching you
just
like that
met
is
you and
actually
I'm still evaluating Quen, it only seemed
beneficial.
prudent. Now that I'm retired, I do my best to find ways to be useful. That was in my own self-interest. No doubt the cartel planned to bleed you for information before they let the city guard find you. The less Coldane's thugs know about me, the better. Now, Quen says you found an amulet. May I see it?
I wonder if we can actually trust this dude.
Why, this is the Prowler's Talisman. There's a story about a thief who
So
found
that's
this
what
in
that
the
Prowler
overvault,
Talisman
but
is.
what became of it remained a mystery. Well, until now. Hang on to it, friend. It could prove useful, if the stories are to be believed.
That's one of the achievements. It said to find the Prowler Talisman, and I wasn't sure what that meant, but now I do. It's one of the things that we got, as well as the Codex.
It's said to aid thieves in some way, and that it can be made more powerful. I know someone who specializes in such trinkets. I'll send for them, and they can tell us more. I have no idea how Iveri got his hands on it, but it's yours now.
Well, we've got the Codex. If we can figure out how to use it. Let's talk, partner. Welcome to our Thieves' Den, partner. I filled the Daggerfall gang leaders in on our work at the estate, and the trouble with the Coldane cartel. As expected, none of us are happy to learn that they're interested in the Codex too. Indeed, good thieves, all of them, but they still don't completely trust each other, and they aren't totally sure about me. I'll introduce you to them soon enough. What happened after we split up?
It did not go as, let's just say that it was not as planned. So generic answer. I had a delightful time. You missed all the fun. I thought we were making a real connection, but you ran off and left me to deal with the cartel. Okay, that's kind of weird. I had a delightful time with the... Missed all the fun. Yeah, I'm gonna do this
You
one.
and I have very different ideas about fun, partner. If I'm ever forced to draw my weapon, then something has gone terribly wrong. And going toe-to-toe with those Coldane cartel brutes? No thank you. How did you get away from them, by the way?
Bro, do you know I'm him? Like, Quinn, you don't know who I am by now? All the thievery I've done with you, you know, like, she don't know. She acting like she don't know who we are. The cartel enforcer we saw ended up a little bit dead.
After the cartel murdered Lordy Very, it was clear they weren't going to be reasonable. I doubt they gave you a choice, but that's the life of a thief. Sometimes the unexpected gets in the way of the best plans. Were you able to grab any loot?
I did grab one thing. Oh, that's right, they did confiscate it.
Basil told me he found you in a situation. Don't worry, he didn't mention it to anyone else. Luckily, I grabbed a few things on the way out, and you're entitled to a share. Better yet, we got the Codex. This partnership is off to a great start.
I was about to say the same thing. Partnership. Hold on. Let's pump those brakes for a second, lady.
Exactly. You and me, two outsiders, working to turn three rival gangs into a proper thieves guild? Retrieving the Codex of Ornette was just the first step in my plan. And we did it right under the nose of the Coldane cartel. Good work, partner.
Prowess, Talisman. Steve, still getting Thieves Guild gear, though. From the Hughes Bane zone. From a coffer. It's too bad, though. It's been so long since I've done the Thieves Guild mission. I knew that she was like the one that took over the Thieves Guild or whatever in a Boz Landing and Hughes Bane, but I don't really remember that storyline at all, which kind of stinks.
The threat of the Coldane cartel forced the Daggerfall gangs together, but it's a brittle alliance. To convince them to form a proper thieves guild, we stole the Codex Ornette. But before we can see where it leads, we have a puzzle to solve. Three puzzles, in fact. What research did Lordy Very want from the Mages Guild? Is that our only way to decipher the Codex? And how does the key stored in the Bank of Daggerfall fit in? Add to that the Coldane cartel, and it's a lot to deal with. Talk to the gang leaders, Celine, Edwin, and Abrasia. Engage them with tasks to invest them in our puzzles. They don't trust each other, and they don't trust me. But you're new. The various states showed me you have potential. What do you say? To find the Nowhere Vault, we need to decipher the Codex. So, get Edwin to help with the Mages Guild, Celine to assist at the bank, and Abrasia to figure out the cartel's role in all this. Also, I brought in job brokers, in case you want more to do.
There's a whole bunch of extended dialogue, but I'm gonna save. I don't think any of this is relevant for me at the moment. I don't care about more of the gang leaders, but it's nice that they added there. And I don't read about the brokers. Just gonna do what she says. But that'll end the video here. Actually, before I end the video, let's see what we actually got from that. Then we'll end the video since that was the end of that actual mission. So we got the Sabatons. And that was it. Ah. No, it said I got the... Is it a memento? The... So that's the new statuette. No, it's a different statuette than the one that we've seen in the in that manor that we just were in. So I got the Prowess Talisman. Was that a necklace? Is that the new mythic? It is. It's a mythic. While Battle Spirit is inactive, bracing, so you can't use it in PvP basically. While Battle Spirit is inactive, bracing while crouching turns you invisible for 10 seconds. Bracing, so blocking while you're crouched turns you invisible for 10 seconds. Increases your chances of successfully pickpocketing by 5%. And on dealing critical damage, increases your max magic and max stamina for 10 seconds. Up to 1900 at 10 stacks. And then they got a non-critical damage stat line. And it occurs once every second. So wow, that's a pretty strong mythic. And then it comes with Swift for the trait, so increases your movement speed by 7%. It's going to be interesting to see all the builds that are going to come out now for this, you know. But anyways, that'll do it for the video now, man. You know, it was nice to do something nice, and it was nice to do like a new mission, and it's cool to kind of see the Thieves Guild back, even though the Thieves Guild's not like my favorite piece of content in the game, but definitely liked it, you know. I think that was definitely enjoyable, and it was nice to not like speed run through it. A lot of times, you know, after you play through everything once, the game, you just kind of like skip all the dialogue, you know, you don't even care. You just want to get through and complete the mission or whatever. But so it was nice to kind of sit there and actually like play through it and analyze the mission and actually put some thought into the decision making, you know. But that's it. You know, we're approaching an hour on the video, so you know that's long enough. So we'll end the video here. Thanks guys for watching, man. The next mission, which is right here, 3 Thieves in Daggerfall. That's where we're going to start the next video up at, and you know, we'll do this next mission together. So if you guys like the video, be sure to like and subscribe, so that way I know you guys want to see more of this type of content. And I know it's been a while since I uploaded, but you know, if enough people support it, I'll upload another one. Well, I'm definitely going to upload at least the next one, but we'll keep it going, man, as long as there's interest in it, you know. But anyways, thanks guys, and see you in the next one.